Hello, I'm Ishita Biswas and I'll be presenting our paper Achieving Reliable Sentiment Analysis in the Software Engineering Domain using BERT, co-authored by Mehmet Ifrooz, Laurie Pollock, and Vijay Shankar. Sentiment analysis is the process of classifying the sentiment expressed in a text. If we consider the sentences here, the first sentence talks about an error, thus classified as negative and accordingly. Sentiment analysis can be very useful for the software engineering field and has been used for various purposes, such as extracting problematic API features, recommending problems and improvements of source code, studying developer emotions, etc. For this purpose, various studies have been conducted using off-the-shelf sentiment analysis tools on software-related text, but the results have been less than satisfactory. Based on that, various adaptations of these sentiment analysis tools to the software engineering domain has been done, one of which is our group's previous work, which we call RNN for SentiSE here. Although these adaptations led to improvements, the question is, can we do better? In this paper, we created BERT for SentiSE, which is a sentiment analysis tool for the software engineering domain, by adapting BERT sentence representations that's based on transformers and has revolutionized various NLP tasks. BERT for SentiSE resulted in huge improvement in not just overall F measure, but also in the classification of the minority classes, that's the positive and negative sentences. We also created a software-specific dataset of 4,000 sentences from Stack Overflow posts with the goal of extending Lin et al.'s software-related sentiment annotated dataset. We provide more details on this in a minute. So why are we using BERT for this problem? So BERT is a language representation model based on transformers. It uses attention mechanism to relate words to different positions. Also, BERT creates contextualized and bidirectional representations. So context-free word embedding models like Word2Vec and Glove generate single representation for each word. But BERT generates contextual embeddings by taking into account the context for each occurrence of the word. These representations are task neutral and are created by training on a huge corpus of unlabeled data, specifically English Wikipedia and books corpus. This process is known as pre-training. These pre-trained representations can then be fine-tuned for specific tasks using task-specific label data. So all of these features allows us to tailor BERT to both the task and the specific domain, resulting in improved performance. Now, not going into too much details, this is the architecture of BERT for SentiSE. First, as part of pre-training, we have the BERT model that has the pre-trained embeddings. Next, we add software-related sentiment annotated data for training. The data is processed as per BERT's requirement, and then during training, we have information flow throughout the app, and once trained, we add a sentiment classification layer with softmax and fine-tune the parameters. For creating the extended dataset, our goal was to extend the Lin et al. Data, which we refer to as Lin data here. Lin data is a software-related sentiment annotated dataset created from Stack Overflow posts and consists of 1,500 sentences. So we reverse engineered guidelines from Lin data, such as in the sample shown below, and use these guidelines to annotate additional 4,000 sentences from Stack Overflow, the distribution of which is shown here. These additional annotations resulted in a combined set of 5,500 sentences, which we refer to as combined data here onwards. We designed our evaluation study to answer two major questions. First, how BERT for SentiSE compares to existing techniques that have been used for sentiment analysis of software-related text. For comparison to existing techniques, we use the recurrent neural network-based sentiment classifier from our group's previous work, RNN for SentiSE, and for the experiments, we use the larger dataset, combined data, to train and test both the sentiment classifiers using tenfold cross-validation and various combinations of over and under sampling. Our second research question focused on studying the impact of the larger dataset on the training of BERT as well as existing sentiment analysis technique. Here again, the comparison baseline was RNN for CentiSC, and what we did different here from research question 1 is we trained two versions of the classifiers. One was trained only on LIN data and second on combined data. And then we tested all four versions. So how does BERT for CentiSC compare to existing technique? As we can see, BERT for CentiSC achieves an overall F measure of 0.87, a substantial 18% improvement over RNN for CentiSC for both unsampled and balanced distribution of training data. Previously, most sentiment analysis tools struggled to classify negative and positive sentences correctly. This is the breakdown of the scores for the individual sentiment classes. So we can see that BERT for CentiSC identifies majority of the negative and positive sentences correctly. So the total improvements are due to the improvements in the correct predictions of negative and positive classes and not just by correct prediction of the neutral class. Recall that the dataset is heavily unbalanced and negative and positive sentences are in minority. Yet, BERT for CentiSC recalls 90% negative sentences with less than 10% classified as negative being incorrect. And for positive, it recalls almost 80%, which is a huge 32% improvement. The confusion matrix for BERT for CentiSC's best result, shown in previous table, shows that most of the errors are due to negative or positive sentences misclassified as neutral and vice versa. Only 12 negative sentences are misclassified as positive and 8 positive sentences as negative. We also found that the majority of these misclassifications were due to factors like the presence of both negative and positive sentiment in a sentence, as shown in the first example here, or the sentiment not being explicit in the sentence. So both of which makes it difficult for correct classifications. As for our second research question, we found that increasing the size of the training data does improve the performance of both the classifiers, especially when tested on the larger data set, with a 7% improvement for BERT for CentiSC and 11% for RNN for CentiSC. So although the improvement is not as high, it is still significant if we look at the classification of the negative and positive classes by RNN for CentiSC, where the F measures increased by 17 and 14% respectively. So in conclusion, BERT for CentiSC achieves a huge improvement over the existing technique, especially in correctly classifying negative and positive sentences, thus enabling its practical usage as a reliable sentiment analysis tool in the software engineering domain. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.